I speak English is like I'm not able to put my mask.
Oh,
Yeah. So for me, speaking English, it was like being without any clothes.
it's like you can't wear your mask. There's this feeling of I'm so vulnerable when I'm speaking a foreign
Yeah.
language. It's like you're naked, right?
Yes,
You can't
yes.
hide. You
I
can't.
can't hide.
Yeah.
We have to reverse the formula
Okay,
and
gotcha.
enable ourselves to take the time. It's all about time. Take the time to reverse the formula. Start working on ourselves.
Welcome back to the finale of our series with Patricia. Welcome back, Patricia.
Thank you.
Patricia is a successful entrepreneur, author, coach, and supervisor, and the founder of the École du Coaching Inclusif in France. Her entire professional life is guided by powerful values: authenticity, diversity, and inclusive leadership. Over the last 3 episodes, we have covered a huge journey from your language locker to a global vision. Patricia, in our sessions, you have used a phrase that I think every listener may feel. You said that speaking English carried a heavy mental load that stopped you from being yourself. And today, Patricia, I would like to start by celebrating this amazing victory. How you feel free and legitimate. Now, to begin, I would like to ask you what it feels like in your daily work to have finally quieted that mental load.
Oh, it's like a permission to go and accept activities, contracts, trainings, coaching in English,
Hmm.
and feeling perfectly legitimate,
Hmm.
to do
Permission, yeah? Hmm.
permission. It's like a permission I give to myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't need and I don't want to be a perfect English speaker, but I want to be a perfect human being to exchange, share, discuss with people during my sessions.
Mm. Mm.
And
That's
I
very.
feel I feel something calm inside. I'm not this part of myself looking and judging my English. And I'm just trying to find the best way, but not the best way in the English
Mm.
judgment, but the
Mm.
best way according to myself. And
Mm.
respecting myself to share something and be with someone or be with
Mm.
a group.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When you say yourself, it's more something aligning with who you are, with your values, maybe your personality,
Yes,
with your
exactly.
identity in that at that level. Is that what you mean?
Yes, I think this journey is really linked to a bigger journey I'm living during
Mm.
this part of my life. And
Thank you. Yeah.
give me the permission to try things, to just accept that what I do and who I am is sufficient.
Yeah, I really love that idea of permission too. Yeah, you're giving yourself permission, not waiting for anybody to give you that feeling of legitimacy. It's allowing yourself. It sounds very
Yeah,
empowering. Hmm.
yes.
Hmm. If I may, I would say that you let me know if it feels right for you, that you realized at some point that your journey wasn't more about learning more vocabulary. It was
Mm.
more about pacifying your relationship with yourself, is what I understand. How did moving from this pressure of I have to practice to the desire of I want to communicate, connect, make this journey feel more like a personal transformation to you?
Mhm. When I have to be like a school learner, it's more difficult for me to invest myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I believed that I have to learn some words, new words, and coaching vocabulary, training vocabulary, and facilitating vocabulary. And it was like no motivation to do this. Okay. And not this way. But when I understand that my first issue was about me and myself, I felt more powerful. Oh, okay, it can change easily because it's just me and myself. It's not me taking time in my lifetime to have time to train. Maybe even if I just appreciate myself in English and do with what I have in English, and it will be nice and enough to
Mm,
just share, connect, communicate with people.
mm,
So it's like less, it's a load, it's a heavy load to find again time for myself, time for my children, time for my couple, time for me as a person, time
mm,
for my work, time. It was another time block to find. And now it was just unlocking something inside me to just appreciate and just use and just be with my actual English.
mm-hmm. With your actual English, with the English you have at that time, and deal with what you have, not
Yeah.
necessarily needing to have more and add more, but just like
Yes, more
acceptance
and
of
more and
that.
more. And you know, in my
Yeah.
life, in this journey of I'm enough,
Mm.
and
But
I
that,
think it's very linked to this I'm enough. So what I have is enough. What I do is enough. And if it's not enough for someone, it's okay. But it's
mm,
enough for me. And where it's enough, we will be okay, and we will be able to do some things to work on people, to make some transformative journeys with coaching, with training, with learning sessions. But if
mm,
be a very good English speaker is a priority, okay, I'm not at the right place, and it's okay, and I don't want to be in this place, you know?
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm, mm.
my mental load just down.
Yeah. Just lowered the bar a lot.
Yeah.
Would you say that this feeling, this accepting of I am enough, is this something that you had already evolved with in your life before working on it with English? And working on it with English, it was like another, just coming into that space of I'm enough in a new way, in another space.
Yes,
Did that make
exactly.
sense?
It was a new way and another space. And I realized that this challenge just put into the light the fact that in some way, this issue of feeling enough was still here in this field.
Mm,
In different field, I was able to feel enough because I made a lot of things in my life, okay?
hmm mm,
But in this field, it was responsible of this mental load.
right. Yeah. So like you had been in that space in this context and that context, another context. Were in that space of I'm enough, and that was one more context. So
Yeah.
maybe that may have, I would suppose, facilitated this shift and made it so that it was easier, possibly, to make
Hmm.
it because you had already done it before in other spaces.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Another question I am dying to ask you. I'm so curious. You are an expert in atypical profiles and neurodiversity. And in that world, I understand that masking is when we hide our true selves to fit in. And I'm wondering if speaking in a foreign language ever felt like wearing a mask to you. And maybe we'll start there.
You know, it's like a paradox because I could say that speaking in English is like a mask, but for me, it's the extreme opposite.
Hmm.
When I speak English, it's like I'm not able to put my mask.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I think that's why it's very difficult, and that's why I had this heavy load when I
Yeah.
had to speak English, and I wanted to be in very controlled field when I was speaking English because I was not controlling the mask, you know?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So for me, speaking English, it was like being without any clothes.
That's exactly what I thought of when you first told me it's like you can't wear your mask. That's the exact image of all of these people that speak to me about vulnerability. And there's this feeling of I'm so vulnerable when I'm speaking a foreign
Yeah,
language. It's like you're naked, right? You're
yes,
just, you can't
yes.
hide. You
I
can't.
can't hide
Yeah.
because when you speak in your mother tongue, it's very easy to speak, to say nothing, to speak and just not be here, to make some small talks,
To
okay?
avoid, yeah. Mm.
To hide behind what you say. It's very easy,
Mhm.
okay, to make some noise. But in English, I don't have this fluency to just speak and speak and speak. And don't know, it's not possible to hide.
Mhm. Mm.
Yes, when you master a language, you can do what you want. It's like you
Mm.
can hide with this language. You can, what's the word? Even in French, it's not like magic person, magician. It's like when you speak, you can decide where the attention of the person you are talking with
Mm.
is going to focus.
Yeah, that's what magicians do. They say, look at this, don't look at that.
What is the
Yeah.
name?
A magician? You said
No,
magicien. It's not a magician.
no, it's
Oh,
not
what is it again? They're like a magician, but they're
mental magician. Yes.
a mentalist. A mentalist,
A
I think you call
mentalist.
them.
It's like
Yeah.
when you speak with your own language, you can be a mentalist because you
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
things to make people focus on something and maybe you are not speaking on other things. Okay. But in English, it's very difficult to do this and just manage another language, plus manage where the people focus, they
Hmm.
will focus on what you say because you don't have the ability and the flexibility and the agility and the fluency and the speed
Yeah.
to do all
Hmm.
the stuff you do when you speak with your own language.
Right. Right.
I can't hide. If I fall, I cannot chop with my language.
Yeah, you can't kid yourself. You can't use that as like a crutch to
Yes.
fill in the gaps or to show a different side of you that you would like to show or that you feel is maybe more acceptable. Mm. Okay. So I understand, yeah, for you in the beginning it was like that. I can't wear my mask.
I was
Maybe,
not aware of this. Huh? I think
yeah.
that,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-mm. It's more looking
And
back at it going, oh, it felt like as if you just couldn't, you didn't have this possibility to do it.
yeah.
Um,
And talking about neurodiversity, when my brain go very fast, so fast. I'm tired with this brain, okay?
yeah.
So I had a lot of idea, and in French, my mouth can follow the frequency and the rhythm of my brain.
Right.
Okay, but in English, it's not possible. And I have impulsivity,
Hmm.
and in French, I can leave my impulsivity. I can speak very fast. But in English, what I learned during one of our sessions, it's that I need to take my time because in English, I need to think about what I want to say and to pronounce correctly because it's very difficult for me to pronounce correctly and put the right song at the right moment.
Hmm.
And for this, I need time and allow myself to slow down had been a very huge step during our journey because in
Mm.
French, everything is so fast. And I know
Yeah.
in France that when I am with a group, I don't care because I know that whatever could happen during the session, I know I will manage it. I don't know how,
Hmm.
but I know I will be able to manage everything, every emotion, every relationship issue in a group. I know. but I was wondering if in English I would be able to do so. And it was one of my big concern about English.
Mm-hmm.
Because in French, I know I'm very stable, very calm, because even if the group is with a big diversity in French, it's like fun. I don't know what will happen. I can enjoy this fun. But in
Oh, yeah.
English, the way I saw it before, it was like a danger because I don't know if my English will enable me to be as fast, accurate as in French.
Right, right. And then
Now,
what happened? Yeah.
now I understood during the sessions that the problem is not about vocabulary. It was
Mm-hmm.
about being okay with my own vulnerability.
Of the
I
not
feel
knowing.
okay
Yeah.
with this.
Mm-hmm. What's the connection between you needing to slow down and you understanding, realizing that you can handle the unexpected and maybe even enjoy it?
Yes, I would like to make another link. Do
Okay.
you know I am in a master coach certified process,
Yes.
and one of my big learning is that taking my time is like create a new space to go deeper
Hmm.
in reflections, in awareness, observations. I think that what I unconsciously understood when we made the coaching is that English give me another space. In French, I have a space of being accurate and very speed. And I know that with this, I can do almost everything.
Right.
But in English, I discover another part of me, which is, I think, truly me, a calm person, observative, and just with a good level of intervention.
Yeah. I get it. Like adjusted, being adjusted.
Yes,
Yeah.
being fast and understanding fastly, ça se dit comme ça?
Quickly, fast.
Quickly.
Yeah. Hmm.
So understanding quickly, do things quickly is not the only way to do things.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
English forced me to find another way to do it because if I want to do things the same way I do it in French, I will feel blocked. I will
Yeah.
feel blocked.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that connection with the MCC level.
And the MCC
Yeah.
level, yes, one of the pattern of the MCC level is this ability to
Yeah.
calm down and let the silence be present during the session
Yes. Yeah.
and be calm and observe. The
Mm.
same thing I finally discovered unconsciously with the solution I have found to speak English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be more connected to my body, to be more connected with myself,
Hmm.
instead of being connected only with the group, the person, my judges.
Right. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, right. There's the you part and slowing down. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really interesting to see how these two parts of you have kind of evolved almost simultaneously. Well, there's the English part and then working on your MCC too, and how that connects to the silence. That is one thing that really stood out to me too in watching MCC coaching demos was really that it's just the
Yes,
slowing things right down, the large spaces of silence, and it just completely shifts the energy. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Mm,
And I found a link between English and speaking in English for me
mhm,
and this posture, MCC posture.
mm. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad I asked the question. I had no idea it was going to go there in relation with the mask and neurodiversity, but I'm very satisfied and intrigued for that connection too.
And what is very interesting regarding the mask, it's not a mask you put to not be authentic with other. I was very authentic, but I was authentic and protecting myself.
Mm,
The mask was not to be someone else. The
right.
mask was to protect myself.
Yeah. From the vulnerability
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Yeah.
To
Mm.
anticipate and to
Okay.
control.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a mask. Sometimes in your life, you put a mask. In my previous life, I used to have a mask, but a very strong one and conscious one
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to be hurted. I didn't want to be touched, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I had this mask you put not to be seen. I'm here, but I'm not here.
Mm.
The mask I'm talking about with English is not the same mask.
Mm.
It's not the same vulnerability.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. Near the end of our sessions, you had what we could call like a light bulb moment where you said, if you don't have the space in your life, you have to create it. When you were speaking about the space to, well, to create a project, or here it was for practicing in English. And for a very busy entrepreneur like you, what has made it so hard to find a safe space to practice speaking?
Hmm. Before, because it was a wish. I love to speak in other language, Spanish, English, but at school we don't. In my school period,
Hmm.
English was late in the program. It was like I think in college,
Middle school,
and
yeah.
few hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the English level we had only with school. If you were fully invested, like me,
Mm-hmm.
you had a good level, but not fluent, not with accent, not with any of this. And then I make international studies
Mm-hmm.
and I to the university. And I was first hired in a French speaking and French company. I was sad because I truly wanted to work with different people, countries, cultures. And I had this first job. I saw it. I think I thought I had this first job, and I thought it was only for 6 months, 1 year. But I spent 13 years in this job,
Okay,
a
wow.
French-speaking French company.
Right.
Okay, because I find other source of fun and development, and before having some loss of meaning, but before it was fun and development, and it was nice. So I didn't have the need to develop my English. During this period, I had an English teacher for the training, each year you talk about what you need about training. And I asked for a training teacher. I had this training teacher, but I didn't practice English in my job, in my day-to-day life, except in vacations. I didn't speak English. So,
Right. Yeah, you didn't have that context.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when I became an entrepreneur, the first thing I had to do was not speak English. It was become an entrepreneur. I was like
Mm.
a worker in a company all my life. My parents was workers in public companies all their life. So entrepreneurship was like a new world for me. Look, I have to understand this world and go in this world and do what I have to make some space in this world and of entrepreneur. So English was not like a priority.
Of course, yeah, there's a lot to do. All just creating your
Yes,
business, all of the marketing aspect. There's so
yes.
much, yeah. Mm.
But it has always been a wish,
Right. So it stayed in
even
the
in studies.
background. Yeah, even when it wasn't even necessary in your job, it was still there in the background. In
Yes.
your beginning as an entrepreneur, it was still there. And then,
Yes, because it's a
mm,
bridge to connect with people in the
right.
world, all over the world. So it always had been a wish. And then I had my career in my entrepreneur path,
Hmm.
and I wanted something new, new challenges. And I thought I need to develop my English, because if I want to work in English, I had to make my English more comfortable, more technical, more professional, better.
Mm-hmm.
All of these words.
More, 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 more.
And more and more and more. So to feel that I'm enough, once again,
Yeah,
at the beginning, I thought about passing my TOEFL, the exams, and then I said, "Whoa, I don't have time." And there is no necessity to do it because I had no contracts coming. So it was
right,
me and my wish and my desire to speak in English and to practice my English and to be
mm,
fluent and at ease with English, you
right,
know. And once I had a contact, as the contact asked me, "Do you coach in English or do you train in English?"
right.
In a business school, I did it. I coached students in English, but they were all over the world students. So
International, okay, from different
international all over the world
nationalities.
students, like they were coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
What's nice with some people coming from everywhere, so it's English is not our native language, so it was okay.
So
And
that lowered the barrier for you
it
because
was the
it wasn't
barrier,
their
yeah,
native language. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But when it was about working with professional in English, with coaching, trainings, facilitations. I don't know why, but I feel the need to go deeper with my English and to practice my English. And when I found you, what I appreciated was the fact that it was not only about learning English.
Hmm.
I think that unconsciously
Or
I
consciously.
knew, hmm?
Or consciously.
Or consciously, I knew that just vocabulary, grammar, et tout ça was not, and et tout ça, and so on,
Yep.
was not my real need.
Yeah.
And when I called you, I asked you what is your approach because you made a post on LinkedIn. I understood that it was coaching in English. Coaching with, enfin, it was about coaching more than learning English. And
Right.
I told me, wow, there is something here, something different.
Yeah. That's why I said maybe more conscious than unconscious because you told that to yourself even before we started. You
Yeah,
sensed that through what I communicated, that there was something in there to
yeah,
uncover.
yeah,
Mm.
something very pertinent.
Okay, so coming back to the question about creating that space, there was
Yes,
something here in your whole professional path that because you became an entrepreneur and because you felt like you needed more stimulation, more something, then it was okay, that's the time to work on this and be more active in finding a space to work
yes,
on
and
your
invest time
communication.
and money for myself to develop this part of myself and be curious because I knew that it was something else than just my technique.
Hmm. Okay. After we transitioned towards the end of our sessions together, you chose to move from our one-on-one sessions into a group environment. And for someone like you, being a high-level professional, would you tell us what a group of peers can give you that one-on-one coaching maybe can't give you?
When we were in the one-on-one session, I think that what I needed, I really needed, was this shift in my brain and in my relationship with myself, with English.
Hmm.
And I felt that we reached that goal. But I also felt that I need to continue to have this space because if I was alone with my calendar, my notions, and my YouTubes and my Duolingo, I don't know, and just practicing English, I will not do it. So
Mm-hmm.
first I needed a space to continue to have a space. And then I wanted to have a space where we we could speak spontaneously
Mm-hmm.
about our work, our day-to-day life, and without being in the introspective or being in the one-to-one conversation. But listening someone and then think, listening someone else and then speak. It's not the same mechanism.
Yeah, it's something more dynamic. It's a different relationship.
It's
Yeah.
a different relationship. And
Yeah.
as I want to, and I'm going to, and I have always managed groups, support groups in coaching trainings. I wanted to be in that group
Hmm.
dynamic to continue and practice in that environment.
Right.
You
Mm.
understand?
Yep.
And for example, what's very interesting is that we have this group space, and then I have one person of the group. We are going to, and we did some coaching session in English.
Hmm.
And it's not because I have 10 years of experience in entrepreneurship, in coaching, trainings, that I don't have anything to learn. I think I have a lot to learn. And
Hmm.
I don't think that I have to be only in very specialized and experimented spaces. In the group, there are new coaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's very interesting to be coached by a new coach.
I can
and,
imagine.
and
Yeah.
in English,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very interesting to be coached by a young coach. I don't know if I can say young coach, but a freshly certified coach.
That sounds great. Yep.
Because in English, we are the same, you know,
Okay. In what way? What do you mean?
in the way that we have the same difficulty. We don't have access to all our word panels that we have in French or
Yeah.
in their native language.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so in English, what I understand is that we had the same way of adapt ourselves. It's make shorter questions,
Yes.
listen more,
Yeah.
and be okay to not understand everything.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's very nice because in French too, you don't have to understand everything.
Right. Right.
You should make more silence. And in French too, you should make more
Shorter
sharp
sentences.
questions.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that having this experience with other coaches that have a different level of experience is remarkable in showing that you have the same or similar challenges and similar strategies in dealing with the challenges of coaching in a foreign language.
Exactly.
And when I hear you saying this about slowing down, more pauses, more silence, shorter questions, that brings us back to what we were talking about with the MCC, the silence,
Yeah,
the coaching competencies. It's like forcing you in a more dynamic way to increase, work on, improve
yeah,
your coaching competencies.
exactly. It's like it's a link between this. It's exactly because we talked about unmasking.
Hmm.
It's the same. We cannot put mask or make some long questions, multiple questions. You don't have all the words to do so. So you have an idea and you just find a way to ask the question with your idea and stop it.
Yeah.
Don't have time to go and say, oh, maybe, I don't know. No.
Hmm. Mm.
Well, it's better in English.
Thank you. I love it. I cannot leave you without asking this question. You have shared with me that you have a vision for bringing coaching to Africa.
Yeah,
And I would like to know how having English in your life to keep your English sharp, as you had said, how does that directly support this mission of global inclusion, of accessibility?
because now I have missions in Africa, but in French-speaking Africa, in Congo, République démocratique du Congo.
Hmm.
But I also want to train, coach, support in English. I created with an association where we could help people. And I think that if we can make some conferences, coaching session, collective session in English, it could be more available, affordable, accessible for people in Africa or elsewhere with English as native language.
Thank you for mentioning that. I was wondering how you were thinking that this new activity and this association, how that might connect with English, your projects in English, and with Africa too. So that's exciting.
Mm. The name of the association is Activ'Inklusion. My objective with Activ'Inklusion in the middle or long term is to be without any frontier.
Yeah. Frontier, barrier, yes.
Barrier. Okay,
Yeah.
so the goal with Activ'Inklusion is to have no barrier, no frontier. So speaking in English and be able to give some coaching support, training, conferences in English. It's a way of saying that we are open and we want to have an impact, not just in France, not just for French-speaking people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That
my
reminds,
dream is
yeah.
that English Activ'Inklusion could make some sessions, conferences in Africa, why not in India? I don't know, but where people connect with us and say, oh, it could be nice to have this French point of view. I don't know it's a French point of view, but I'm French, so okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the network, internet, had been created to connect people.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a way for me to use the technology to really connect people that would have never connected without this.
Yeah.
And I think that unfortunately, they don't use enough this ability of the network to connect people.
It is an
From social,
incredible, yeah. It,
social network is not connecting people. Social network is doing the extreme. You know, you are in a
mhm,
restaurant, you see a couple, the two of us, and with their phone, they are not together, even if physically they are in the same space, on the same table, but they are not together. So
mm,
my dream is for Activ'Inklusion to have a session, for example, with children talking about I don't know what, and me supporting them, why not in English and in French,
mhm.
and make them connect and speak together. I don't know, it's like a dream for me.
Wow. Yeah, that is big. Yeah, it reminds me of a past conversation that we had about being inclusive too. So here you're speaking about the technology and how it can be used differently to reconnect. And the English language also. Do you remember that conversation we had about English being inclusive or not? So here in what you're saying, I understand that this is the inclusive part of it, where
Yeah,
because English is a global language, it is more inclusive than in that way, or it can be including more
exactly.
people and more diversity
Exactly.
in that space. That's really exciting, and I can't wait to see how things move forward with you in your association. We're going to need to wrap up. This is our final session today. Just to finish up, I wanted to ask you if there's anything in particular you'd like to close with.
I think all the conversation was not about talking in English, but accepting ourselves.
Mm,
And if I want to be in an international field, I should allow myself to be in this field. I think that if you want to be in the international area, something in your life put you to read books or maybe look at Netflix in native English with subtitles.
hmm
So I don't see that you make dreams that you cannot realize. So the point is not only how to develop my English, but first, am I accepting myself enough? I am in peace when I talk with myself, to myself,
mm,
you know?
hmm
And then I think your coaching is about this. And then
Yeah.
if I want to develop my vocabulary, it's very easy to go for a run, a ride, and put a conference on a topic I really appreciate and do it in English.
Hmm.
I think we do the thing opposite. We
Yeah,
want to
like
practice
backwards.
English.
Yeah.
We have to reverse the formula
Okay,
and
gotcha.
enable ourselves to take the time. It's all about time. Take the time to reverse the formula, start working on ourselves.
Yeah.
Because when we speak English, I felt naked. This feeling is not normal. In France, we are used to have some evaluations,
Yeah.
negative evaluations. And I think we have to work on this before trying to develop ourselves. If we don't do this, it will be an even more heavy mental load, even
Mm.
if our English increase and develop and get better.
Ooh, you just gave me goosebumps.
You work for
Piece of
me.
Oh, thank you. Reverse the formula. I love that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I must say, if I had to give my opinion, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I feel like that can be very transformative for so many people that have a similar issue with language as you did. And I'm so happy to see where things are going with you.
And
Seriously, it's
I
very
know that
empowering.
I made during the podcast some mistakes. I'm not using all the right words, the formulations, the verbs, but it's okay.
Hmm,
What is very important, and do you understand what I wanted to say, what I wanted to share? Do you feel what I felt when I was talking? And if the answer is yes, it's okay.
exactly.
And it's
Thank
enough.
you. Thank you. And it's enough. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful, beautiful way to finish our episodes. Gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing your very deeply transformative and very personal journey with
Thank
me, with
you.
us, with these listeners. Just to end to all our listeners, if this story resonates with you and you think you might be interested in connecting with us, with me, with Patricia, please reach out. And if you found value in this episode, please like and subscribe. It is very encouraging for me, for us to create content like this when we know that, as you said, it resonates with people when they feel what we feel and if it can help in some way. So, yeah, we hope to see you in the next episode of Language Explorers. And thank you again, Patricia.
Thank you for inviting me.